Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here we are once again at Department of Career Services, where our goal is to pour our coffee. No, it's to help our students and interested people on their experience of this life, on the adventure. So today is Sunday, May 18th. Wow. We're almost 2/3 of the way through the month, May 18th. So some interesting things today. This is the Trinity Church picnic. Yesterday, award ceremony where Kathy McKenna got an award for community volunteer. Well deserved. She deserves more than that, but she got that. Knights of Columbus had our little party picnic type of thing, so that was good. What else? We had a good Denton homework for this week. CHW on track. TB test passed. So now I'm just that close to PCA. OBT. There's another one. And then CHW in 10 days. So, kind of cool, right? Right, you are kind of cool. So things are happening, things are afoot, but we don't care about that. What we care about is why are we here? Who called this meeting and why are we here? Well, why are we here? We're here for one reason, should be to build better habits. People like us do things like this. We want to get the maximum experience from this life, from this very, 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 very short life. We think 100 years is a long time. All right, What Not a Bevy has arrived. What Not a Bevy is in the house, people. Such a good day. Happy day for that. Let's see. Looking at What Not a Bevy's schedule. 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. And by my reckoning, it's about 9 a.m. back in Jacksonville, Jayville, Fort Jacks. Oh. So are you on your way? Is you on your way to that place? Because my mama said, working at the gym is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. 7-minute bike ride. Cool. Okay, well, glad you're here. I am still wanting to talk to you, to have that old birthday conversation now that you're 22, no longer a child, no longer a chitlin. Okay, but our theme of today, love one another, ... How would you fill that in? What Not a Bevy? How would you answer that? How would you fill in the ... Love one another. Unconditionally. Okay. Good. As I have loved you better. So most people, or some people, if I would have said, love each other as, you might have said, you love yourself. And so the problem with that is what? If you don't love yourself, you're not really going to care much for people. So back in John 15:12, he says, love one another as I have loved you. Well, today's sermon by Bishop Barron, he breaks that love down because in English, love is kind of a tough word. I love ice cream. I love that movie. I love you. Very, very different things. So back in the Greek, there is eros, philos, and agape. And they mean different things. So physical love, just briefly, physical love would be eros. Brotherly love, I like spending time with you, is philios. And agape is willing the good of the other. That's the one. That's where you get nothing out of it. Under the second one, as in Philadelphia, philios, I like hanging out with you because of how it makes me feel, right? Eros, I like you. I love you because how it makes me physically, sensually feel. Philios would be because you're my pal, somebody I can talk to, somebody I can go to with a problem. It's for me. Agape is for you, the good of the other. I want you to succeed. I want you to get what you need. And according to Bishop Barron, that is the word that's used here. So, yes, when you say unconditionally, is that eros? I love you unconditionally, physically. Yeah. Or is it, you can come and tell me your problems, or I can tell you anything. I can talk to you about anything, man. We're BFFs for life till the wheels fall off. Road dogs forever. But according to Bishop Barron, he's talking about agape, willing the good of the other. I am going to sacrifice for you, not because there's anything in it for me, but it's what's in it for you. Good morning, Matticus 1. Atticus, are you going to the Trinity picnic today? Picnic. You can do me a favor and reach out to Tony, not right now, but ask him, what time is the picnic? Picnic, I think it's at 10:30, but it would be better to be safe. Better to be safer than sorry. The picnic. So willing the good of the other, agape, love one another, agape one another, willing the good of the other. There's nothing in it for you except knowing that you're helping other people. And does that pass the categorical imperative test? Yes. Yes, it do. Okay, let's see what else is on our hit parade. Advice from an 80-year-old. Okay, there it is. All right. Be romantic. Right. So do you have to be empathic to be romantic? Who knows? The shadow dude. Let's see. Let's say good morning to Miss Trinkle, wherever you are. Bonk. Bonk. Bink. This is for What Not a Bevy. We're hanging on by our fingertips, which is not a bad thing. thinking of Jordan Peterson talking about something like that. If you're always in the wrong room. And yes, the question is, would an idiot do that? I don't know. Matt, would an idiot do that? Oops, too bright, not bright enough. The light, the light. Sorry, people. Take this out in editing. Why is it not going down? There we go. Trying to change the color. Well, that was a wasted minute. We'll never get that minute back. Okay, also on our hit parade, this is day 7. Oops. Day 7, week 4. This is the last day. And we have a little chat from David Foster Wallace talking about this is water. This is water. Meaning what? What does that mean? What, not a bevy. This is water. When David Foster Wallace was saying this is water, what's he referring to? Or what's the story he's talking about in the beginning? How is Roxanne in Costa Rica? How's the Costa Rican crew? This is water. The fish story. Right. 2 fish, young fish are swimming along, chatting one morning, and a big fish is coming this way. And when he meets up with them, he says, "Morning, boys. How's the water?" And then what? One of these young fish look at the other one and say, "What the hell is water?" And so David Foster Wallace's talk is on it's the thing, it's our default setting. It's the thing that we're not even aware of. It's our natural, non-thinking way we go about life, the way we see things. And he's saying, if that's the way you want to act, okay, but don't do it unconsciously, do it consciously, because we get to choose how we are. We don't have to be stuck in that. And so he's telling people, you're going to have these routines, the graduates, you're going to have these routines. Life is going to be these routines. You don't have to get stuck into this rut of non-thinking reaction response or stimulus response. You don't have to do that. We can, one of the values of having a great education is you get to think about it and you get to choose how you want to respond to what's going on around you. And you could choose to just go by your default setting. And if you do that, that's okay. But you get to and have to, probably don't have to, but you get to choose how you respond to things. You get to choose what's important to you. You can be empathetic. And so one thing could be you could choose to have agape love, to will the good of the other for the other, not for yourself, not for what's in it for me. What am I going to get in return? Quid pro quo, nunc pro tunc. No, that we don't do that one. Quid pro quo. Cogito ergo sum. No. E pluribus unum. Nope. Alia e acta est. No. Quid pro quo. We don't have to do that. Well, in fact, what Bishop Barron is saying is the word used in the original text was agape, not eros, not philios. It was agape, willing the good of the other for the other. There's nothing in it for me. I am commanded to act this way for you, to love one another. That isn't what I am commanded to do. I'm not asked to do it. I'm not advised to do it. I'm not suggested to do it. I'm not motivated to do it. I'm commanded to do it. It was literally a commandment from Jesus, love one another. And who was he speaking to? Everyone. Why? Well, because if you think about it, you could say, well, he's talking about people who are the same, right? People in our tribe. Should I love my enemy? Well, if you take the long tail of history, as Nancy Kane would say, if you look at from 13 billion years, can I really have an enemy if my interaction is the breadth of a hair compared to a 7.84 mile walk? Does anything like that really matter? Should I let things like that bother me? Should I overcome the suffering? Right? What, not a bevy? Life is suffering. Work to overcome it. Well, I think one way to get life is not suffering, if you take the big picture. If you look at from a long term, like 100 years is nothing. 100 years is equal to the width on a hair of our head compared to a 7.84 mile walk. And why do I say 7.84 mile walk? Why do I say that? I say that, so I'm going to tell you, not wait for the answer. I say it because if you went on a stroll and every step was a yard and every yard equals 1,000,000 years, you would have to take 13,800 steps times 1,000,000 is 13.8 billion. You'd have to take 13,800 steps would equal 13.8 billion years. And if you do the math, 13,800 times 3 divided by 5,280 equals 7.84 miles. So a 7.84 mile walk would equal the age of the universe, time, eternity, as we could define it, say. From the beginning of time till now, that would be an eternity of what is past. So that 13.84 billion years equals a 7.84 mile walk. 100 years, if a yard is 1,000,000 years, 100 years is 1/10,000th of that. That is equal to the width of a hair on your head. So our life is equal to the width of a hair on our heads. Eternity is a 7.84 mile walk. I will ask you again, is there, from the perspective of eternity, is there pain and suffering? No, because even if you had total pain for 100 years, it's still only the width of a hair on your head compared to a 7.84 mile walk. And the pain we're talking about might be weeks, hours, days, months maybe. Let's say it's for a few years. Let's say it's 10 years. Let's say it's 20 years. I had a 20-year hip ache, backache for 20 years. That's nothing compared to eternity. So I would say, if you look at it from that perspective, yeah, you have no enemies. You have no enemies. You just have people who you've decided to declare as enemies, to label as enemies, to treat as enemies. And Jesus' unconditional command is love one another. You have no enemies. Now that creates kind of an oops, because if you're thinking, you'd say, well, one of the commandments is do not murder. Do not murder, not kill. The actual word is murder. Killing was okay. Murder was not okay. Armies fighting one another, that was okay. But that kind of conflicts with love one another. Right? So, vegetarian. So, we are at time. Time, such a runic rhyme. Maybe next week we'll finish this one up, but tomorrow we start day one, week one. Week one, day one. Science-oriented approach to success. Day one, week. And I got to get ready because in an hour I'm on my way from church. Let's see what that's all about. And Matt, if you could find out from Pastor Tony, if you could just send him a text maybe in an hour or so. Hey, bro, hey, Pastor, what time is the wedding? I mean, what time is the picnic? The picnic. I'm gonna peek at the Nick. Pick a Nick. Okay, what not a bevy. Blessings. I'm going to talk to you about my Buddhism, some of the things I learned from Mark, the Subaru guy, in a discussion on Sunday. Okay, anyway, we're going to say and cut. Psh.